What's up, guys? All right, it is time for some 3S action, hopefully again. So today I think I'm gonna push the car outside. I got the injectors back in it. You know, finally the weather seems to be turning a little bit, even though it's still hot here in Florida. I know you Florida guys can agree with me. You know, it's got a little bit better, but the beauty is the Bradenton track was closed for, I don't know, 2 months for renovations, and they're finally opening up again. I talked to my buddy Randy, and I talked to the guys over in Hawaii, and we kind of decided that, man, maybe we should test one last time before we try and make the October race in Orlando Speed World. So depending on what the weather looks like Friday, or this Friday coming up, you know, it's still hit or miss here in the afternoons, whether it rains or it doesn't. The forecast as of now looks decent, but obviously that's too far out to really tell what's exactly gonna happen. So my plan right now is, like I said, to get this thing pushed outside. I got all the injectors back in it. You know, they've been out of it for a while. Ever since we stopped racing the car, I pull the injectors out and I flush them and I clean them and I have them all lubricated along with all the other fuel system, fuel lines. Everything basically stays open. I hope we don't have a problem. My plan is to push it outside. I got some fuel ready for it and fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. So it's been a few months since you guys have heard the Starlet. It's been a few months since I have heard the Starlet. It's basically just been sitting here, and we are going to fire this thing up. So let's get it outside. Checking the oil real quick. Let's get it outside and see if she decides to fire up. All right, we look good. See if she fires up. so there you have it, man. Thing fired right up, sounds great. It's been a while since I heard this thing. It's been sitting here just hanging out basically, but nothing has really changed. The car is still exactly the same. Turbo's the same, injector's the same, everything's exactly the same. So hopefully we can get out there, get our 60 foot down a little bit better, trying to get some more boost in it, because we know we can't compete at the boost that we're running now, so we got to push it a little harder. Now that I did fire it up, what I probably will do is I'll pull the valve cover, I'll retorque the head. So actually tomorrow I'll probably do it. Let's get some footage of that. All right, give you guys a quick look on the inside. So we got the valve covers off. Oil looks nice and clean, considering the motor's new, but it's not washed down from the ethanol. Everything looks good. So I'm gonna get this head torqued real quick and get these valve covers back on. All right guys, so that's it. Did the final checks I needed to do to make sure everything looked all right. Went over everything. I'll still look over some of the fittings back here to make sure all the dry sump stuff is tight. Check these out, but everything else looks good. I'll check the gap on the plugs, but that's pretty much it, man. Just waiting for Friday now and see how hopefully the weather holds up. Right now it's actually raining a little bit. It did cool down some, so looks like there's gonna be a low of 69 come Friday night, so that's pretty cool. So all right guys, we are back at it, man. Me and Randy are on our way to the track. We are actually the one of the first ones to race back on their new surface, which is gonna be pretty cool. We got some clouds that we're hoping, I think we should be okay. Forecast only says what, like 20%? 20%. Yeah, so I think it'll, you know, it's Florida. What are you gonna do? It's not summertime Florida, but it's the end of summer, which can still be a little sketchy as far as weather. But yeah, so we hope to have a good day today, man. At least get some runs in. I'm running over some rumble strips here while I'm driving. But so yeah, we're gonna get to the track, unload, check out the new track, all the new stuff they've done, and get our first pass in, see how the car goes in the 60 foot. You know, we got the spare engine in the car now, but I feel confident enough that, you know, the spare engine is going to do what it needs to do anyways. So let's see. Let's get this thing unloaded, get through the gate, and see what this track looks like. All right, so we're patiently waiting. It's 5:45 right now. Usually the track goes hot at about 6 o'clock. So we checked everything over, got fuel in the car, air pressure in the tires, drained the water tank for the intercooler. What else we did? Went over all the fittings, made sure everything was tight. We're hoping the weather still holds. We still have some sun there, but we got some clouds, but I think we'll be all right. So I'm sure we'll get a couple hits in before if it does decide to rain. But yeah, man, we're just charging the battery right now. We had fired it up. I should have got that on video, but I didn't. We're just checking some things over. Everything sounds good. Got our wheelie bar wrench marked and ready to go. We got ice. We got water. And that's it, guys. So first test hit will be in about, I say 20 minutes. We'll probably go up early just in case, just to be sure we get a, you know, a shot in case it does decide to rain. But you never know. The last week it's been this kind of way with the weather, and we haven't had any really rain. It's been overcast the whole time. It's actually been kind of nice because it keeps the sun away. But first round coming up soon. Well, that was kind of disappointing. I have no idea what happened. It blew the tire right out. And I don't know. I really don't know. Shouldn't have done it. Car's been sitting. Maybe the tires are getting old. I don't know. You can see here it only went to, you know, 26 pounds. That's what we shoot for on the launch. So it looks like we're in our target. Go back to the data and see what happened. I'm sure you guys are wondering those sparks that you guys see. So in the first run, right when the car goes to launch, right when it flashes up to about 10,500, almost 11,000, you see some sparks come out of like the bell housing area. So what I think that is we still run a factory throwout bearing, a factory Toyota throwout bearing. That thing was not designed ever to go to that kind of RPM. So I think somewhere along the line it's probably, maybe I have my foot on the pedal, I might touch the clutch pedal where that kind of puts some pressure up against the pressure plate, and you see that spark there. So whenever you pull the clutch out, you'll see in the diaphragm of the pressure plate, you know, there's going to be wear on that diaphragm, and we don't have a lot. It's not like you have high mileage on that diaphragm. So I think that's kind of where it's coming from. So second pass was definitely worse, because I think I went into second, tried to get into third, and I just didn't force the trans hard enough. So I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments about that, but yeah, that's kind of where it was. What we had seen it before was we used to have a different set of disc material in there. When we dynoed the car, when I would push the clutch after the dyno run, you'd see the sparks come out, and that was when you would hit the clutch again, whether it was throwout bearing or clutch disc releasing. They're steel discs, so it could be, you know, that spark coming from that. Right, so I wanted to show you guys a quick video of the log after that, those 2 runs that we try to make. Definitely unexpected, but again, you know, the car has been sitting since April. That's when me and Ralph went to test the last time. So if you think about it, the car sat from April all the way now till September, April, May, June, July, August, September, 5 months, on top of tires that were already a year and a half old and had I don't know how many burnouts on them. So I'm leaning more towards the tires, even though the track was a new surface. These guys over there do a good job. I will say it wasn't as sticky or as tight as when I went with Ralph, but either way, this is what the log shows. I hope you guys can see this if it's clear enough. But so this red line here simulates our 2-step. Yellow line here is throttle position, so that's when I get on the 2-step, hold throttle position, right, wide open, 100%. Car makes 2-step RPM, which was only 8,200, so that's about the 2-step RPM that we target. If you can see that, hopefully. I don't want to get too close. I know GoPros don't zoom in very well. I should use my cell phone probably, but. And then our target launch boost was lower than normal because we have the new wastegate in there. So I have to get this target boost correct, which I thought would have been right. So right here is where you see where we let the clutch out, and it kind of brings the RPM down of the motor. At that point, when the car went to launch, we were only at 21.4 psi, 8124 RPM, 100% throttle position. So normally we try and launch the car at about 24, 26 pounds. So we were down boost, and even then the car just annihilated the tire. So what you could see here is slight bog, you know, because the tire clutch comes out, brings the motor down, and then there's the flash of the tire just blowing right out. And if you could see here, I'm not happy about it, but the motor flashed at 10,510 RPM. So that was basically the end of the run. The second run was basically the same thing. I did a shock adjustment, but it wasn't enough to counteract, you know, what was happening with the car. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys, give you guys a real bird's eye view of what the log looks like. When I went back, I was thrown off. I thought maybe we might have had more boost on the launch, but when I looked at the boost gauge, it wasn't out of the ordinary. So either way, it's part of racing, man. It's how it is, you know, and we just got to make some changes. So the biggest change we're going to do is right here. Told Billy, look, we need some tires. Let's put tires on the car there where we can rule out if that is a problem. So we are going to put some Mickey Thompsons on the car this time. It's got Goodyears on it now. And you can see here, I got the tire deflated already. It's already loose, ready to come out. It's kind of stuck in there, actually. Let's see. So yeah, it's loose, ready to come out. And yeah, we'll put new tires on the car and give it another shot. So that's the best we can do. Right now, the track is very seasoned. You know, there's been a lot of rentals after we've gone. And I'm pretty confident that next time we go test the car, we should have a pretty good outcome. So either way, just wanted to show you guys what happened. You know, we were pumped up, me and Randy, to head out there. Was, you know, hoping the track was going to be good. We were going to have a really good track day, and lo and behold, race car life. So I'll keep you guys updated, man. Everybody stay tuned, and we got some more stuff coming up. Take it easy. Bye.